Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome. As Dr. Sal said, I'm Craig Didden. I'm head of the science department here at Viewpoint School, and I am an urban farmer. If you type in urban farming to Google, you get about 4.6 million entries. Try urban gardening, you get about 4.2. People all over living in this concrete jungle have decided it's time to take back the dirt. They're planting tomatoes in the streets of Los Angeles. They're keeping bees in the backyards of Burbank. And I even hear there are chickens in Woodland Hills. This Take Back the Topsoil movement is nothing new. It just has a new name. The urban farmer of today is the victory gardener of the past. When, during World War II, 20 million Americans grew about 40% of the produce that was spread across our great country. The trick is to plant what you can and what will grow in your area. According to Novella Carpenter, author of Farm City, The Education of an Urban Farmer, urban farming started during the Depression of 1893. When 10% of the population of Detroit was out of work, the mayor at the time decided he needed to do something. He put those people to work, planting food wherever there was an open space: parks, roadways, baseball fields, churches. But it goes back even before that. During the Great Depression, many a backyard garden saved a family from starving. What do you need to do to be an urban farmer? Do you need to just plant heirloom varieties? Do you need to grow organic food? Does it have to come from a high-end nursery? No. All you need to do is plant something. Whether it's a pot of basil from Trader Joe's, a packet of sunflower seeds from the nursery, or maybe even a lemon tree. The trick is to get that first plant in the ground. With the average distance that a piece of produce will travel in its lifetime being 1,500 miles, by growing your own food and buying local, you can decrease the amount of petroleum-based products that are needed to transport that food. You can also reduce your carbon footprint. And of course, have fun. You can see some of the fruits of my labor as my two boys are carting out the citrus crop that we harvested this year. It was hard work, but planning ahead is definitely going to help you. Looking where the sun shines, where the sun doesn't shine. Looking at how much rainfall you're going to have. Looking at what will grow in your area. In fact, it's just that easy. Of the 2 million farms in the United States, 1/3 are in metropolitan or urbanized areas. And those farms are producing 35% of the fruit, vegetables, poultry, and fish that we consume. Now, I've said a lot, I know, in the last minute or so, and I've probably planted a few seeds in your heads about your first urban garden and what you need to do. There's a couple different things you can do. You can contact local community gardens. In fact, there are some wonderful community gardens in Thousand Oaks, Woodland Hills, Encino, and Van Nuys. Or you can plant in your own yard. If you don't have the space, try planting in the parkway in front of your house, the small strip of land between your house and your neighbor, on the back porch, windowsills, trash cans, even in cinder blocks. The possibilities are endless. The possibilities for urban production are unbelievable. But the first thing you have to do is start planning. So, with all of that knowledge in your brains now, what are you going to do? Are you going to go home and dig up your parents' lawn and plant enough tomatoes, corn, and beans to supply an army? No. What you're going to do is you're going to start small. You're going to see what grows in your area and what doesn't grow in your area. What season you should be planting. Where it can grow with shade or sun. Do your work now. The little bit of work, that little bit of energy that you put in now will pay for itself when you have your first harvest. Because when you take that first bite of that homegrown tomato or shuck that first ear of corn, I guarantee you will never want to go back to store-bought produce again. And as one wise urban farmer once told me, the best fertilizer a farmer can have is his own shadow. Thank you, and happy farming.